All right, what's up, Noblesville? We're here with
What's
episode 4.
Oh my!
We made it to 4. Yes.
Also, what is? You were running so late today.
Oh, I know. I couldn't. I colored my hair.
So you had to wash it.
Look. So
Did you color it this morning?
yeah, I colored my roots. They were so gray. So I did it, and that's why I'm so late.
We were all so stressed.
We were so stressed.
I couldn't come back on without getting rid of them.
Homegirl walked in at 9 o'clock, but it's all right.
It's okay.
It's great.
I thought about it all last night. I
slept like boom. I was just like, I hope Paige got this because I don't have one question that we're asking
Did
this
you
guy.
see
Because she told me we are only staying to the script, and I was like,
Did you see?
what's that mean?
Well,
I can't say nothing.
Did you see my Instagram story that I walked here last night?
Yeah, I saw
with
that.
my little backpack.
Yeah.
It's like we got to test out the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh, I was stressing. I was like, what if my Wi-Fi goes out? What something happens?
Hey,
Like,
you guys
what
haven't
happened?
even checked yet to see if it recorded.
It did.
Yeah, it did. It was downloading.
Scary.
I was stressed, and then you called me. What time? 9.
Oh,
Crap.
that's in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, crap. And I could hear the wheels squealing out of your driveway. I was like,
Well,
oh,
look
man.
at my hair. Oh, it's so fluffy.
My hair's fluffy too.
Yeah, I took a shower.
I
The
put dry
earliest I've ever
shampoo
been.
in my hair today. I
We
was
don't
like,
even want to look at the back.
Oh, my back's probably curly too, but it's okay. I
had
really
to-
focused on these little like signature swooshes today.
I had to wash Charlie's hair this morning, so I didn't have time to wash my hair because she has more hair than I do.
Oh, she has a ton of hair.
Yeah. So 6 o'clock, I'm like washing her hair.
Oh, you're a good mom.
Oh man, I got up at like 7 o'clock, which we all know is a huge thing for me.
Yes.
And Keegan called me. I was like, I don't have time to call you. I don't have time to talk to you.
I miss you, but I don't have time to talk.
I'm like, I need to go. I need to get dressed. I have to take a shower, which is I have long hair. This is a lot to blow dry and stress about. And I was like, am I going to have enough time? I heard Paige come in, and I was like, okay, she came in. Just get this done. Let's get out there.
And then you hear me hammering on the wall.
And I heard, did you say something? Did you scream or say something to somebody?
Gunnar kept like getting in my dress.
Yeah. And I was like,
So,
I heard
like,
Gunnar, leave it.
Today we've just got such an awesome episode headed your way. We have Dr. McCaffrey, who is the Noblesville High School principal. We alluded to it last week in that episode, but he just won a big award, District 5 Principal of the Year. There's 10 districts here, but you'll learn a little bit more about that in this episode, and now he's in the running for the whole Principal of the Year.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
just enjoy this episode, learn a lot about the community that Noblesville High School has created, and I'm just going to
And
say
how
it.
humble this man is.
He's like
very
giving it all
humble.
to his colleagues.
Yeah.
So,
He's very humble.
very sweet.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is going to be a really great interview to listen to, so enjoy it here.
Yeah.
We are here with a special guest today. We have Dr. McCaffrey from, is that how you pronounce it?
It's McCaffrey, like Christian
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, like the football player. Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
not as good at football though. But yeah.
So he is Noblesville High School's principal and just got an awesome accomplishment and a big award. So we wanted to have him on, highlight his accomplishments today, and share with the rest of Noblesville.
yeah.
Yeah. This is really exciting.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
and thank you for being our first guest. This is
Sure.
this is
Yeah.
exciting
Yeah.
for us.
Sure. Anytime. It's good.
Big deal.
All right, so
Look, he's blushing.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Dr. McCaffrey, if you wouldn't mind, just fill us in your background, where you came from, your schooling. I did kind of see on the high school website, there's some background there, but if you would fill in the rest of us who
Sure.
don't go stalk you on LinkedIn like I did,
That's fine.
fill us in on that.
Yeah, so I started my teaching career back in the late 90s. So I actually student taught here at Noblesville High School the year they opened the new building, 96. And then there wasn't a job for me in 96, but I was able to come back in 2000. I was a chemistry teacher, so I was able to teach chemistry, earth science, and physical science. And then was here for about 3 years and got my master's in education because I didn't want to be an administrator, because who'd want to do that? But Tony Cook, who was the principal at the time, advised me to go back and finish the coursework I needed. And then that's when I started we're going to get ready to have announcements here. So I don't think I have my office turned off, but we may hear it in the hallway. Sorry.
Okay.
But I had, so then through my travels then as an administrator, was in Taylor schools in Kokomo, Westfield High School. I opened the brand new high school in Franklin Community High School, but was able to come back here in 2012.
Love that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I played a lot of basketball there.
Yes, it's an awesome building. So I was the first principal in the new building, which was a lot of fun. But during all that time, I lived in Noblesville, so I was driving to Franklin from Noblesville. Fell in love with the community when I student taught here. My wife and I have settled here. I've had multiple degrees, but my most recent one's my doctorate from Ball State. My undergraduate works from IU, and then my master's is from Anderson. And have my wife works in the district. She's an IA at Tinkle Creek, and I have a 9-year-old who's getting ready to go to West next year. She's at Hazel Dell, and my oldest will be here with me next year at the high school.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm not sure how excited that she is. No, actually, she's excited to be in the same building as me. So I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, that'll be so much fun.
That's awesome. Well, man, I love that your whole family's kind of ingrained in the city too. What's going on? That makes a huge difference, because you're going through the same thing the community is, and I think that really puts you in a good spot then.
Yeah, it does. That's one thing we like about Noblesville is and pretty much everybody that we interview that wants to work here always comments on it's a big school, but Noblesville still has a small town feel to it. That's very attractive to people that want to come here and work. And we have quite a few that want to come teach here. And so that makes it awesome to be able to tell people if they don't know about Noblesville, we just have them walk around downtown for a couple hours and they get it. So it's pretty cool.
Yes. Well, now you can send them to this podcast.
Exactly. Absolutely. We will. No doubt.
Yeah, we're about a month in, so we're excited about it. But so yeah, I just love that you're here. Your kids are here. Sounds like my oldest is 9 as well, so they're about the same age. They'll probably she's at Stony Creek, but will be at White River next year. So
that's cool. Very awesome.
All right, so you kind of already said, but if I'm remembering right, Maddie was in high school when you were the vice principal at Noblesville. So when did you start there? So
I started back in 2012. And then so I was the principal, the assistant principal over seniors from 2012 up through when I took over this role in 2019.
Okay. Oh, wow. And when were you there?
I graduated 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you guys left for sure. Yeah,
exactly. That's awesome.
And then Kyle was there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then our brother-in-law, her son Kyle, just graduated last year. So
awesome. Yeah. That's very cool. Yeah. That's one thing about Noblesville is there's always a lot of connections with the community, which we really like.
That's why. Yeah. That's kind of why we love doing this so much.
Yeah.
Cool.
You have all the questions.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're moving along really quickly. So why don't you tell me about the organization? It's IASP. What's that stand for? Yeah. And then how did your colleagues nominate you for this?
Yeah. So it's the IASP is the Indiana Association of School Principals. So it's a statewide principals organization, professional group. They do a lot of awesome things from training principals. They lobby for education at the State House quite extensively. They provide training for people that want to be administrators. A real popular conference they have is the Aspiring Principals Conference. And then they do big conferences for assistant principals and principals. And I've been a member for a long time, ever since I've been an administrator. So it's a really great organization. So nominations come from basically anyone that works in your district. So they split the state into 10 districts. And so mine was District 5, which is what we're in Principal of the Year. And then that puts me in the running for State Principal of the Year, which we'll find out in November. And through some nibbing around, I found out my assistant principals nominated me. Which was very cool, and I had to shake him down pretty hard to find out who did it. But they nominated it. But the selection committee from the ISP determines who wins, and so it's an honor to be be recognized by your peers is a big honor. So.
Should we be sending letters or something to
Well, yeah, something. Well, I have a whole bunch of like with all awards, there's a bunch of paperwork to do, so I have to. So I'm working on my portfolio type items to send in for the state competition.
Yeah,
so,
they're really into it.
yeah, and the bigger deal is putting the focus on the high school though. So I'm not a huge fan of individual recognitions that what we do, because I have a lot of great teachers and other support staff here at the school that allow us to get good things done. And so I really look at it more as a recognition for the schools. So as much as we can get for Noblesville High School, Noblesville schools, we'll be all about that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's a huge win for Nobles.
Yeah, and having eight children already go through Noblesville High School, I love it over there.
Yeah.
And it's a great community, and everybody there, every teacher, everybody's very supportive of the kids.
We're starting to run into now. I'm getting to that age in my career where we're actually hiring former Noblesville graduates to be teachers here, which is yeah. So that's really exciting. We have we'll have some Noblesville grads coming on board next year with our teaching staff. We have some current ones on board, and so it's pretty exciting. Yeah,
that's awesome. It's always good to see when the kids liked it so much they want to come back and work there. That's always a huge accolade.
Absolutely, yeah.
I know you are cheering on your colleagues in the school, but we do want to take a second and just say, hey, congratulations. You worked so hard.
Yeah.
And whoever, I forget who you said told you to go back and make sure you get that degree. That's a huge deal. So that was Tony Cook, our state representative from one of our areas here, and he used to be principal here. They went to be superintendent at Hamilton Heights. And then so he was kind of the launching pad for my career. So I thank him every chance I get. But I really appreciate the congratulations. Yeah, definitely. Man, that's so exciting. We're just like zipping through this. So kind of what's next for you then? I know. So you're getting your portfolio together. And does the board then vote between the 10 districts on who gets Principal of the Year?
Well, so the ISP has a selection committee. It could be a special committee. I'm not sure exactly who does the selecting, but people that are in ISP are acting principals. So there's an executive director, but the president, the board, each district has their own district presidents. Those are all active principals. So it'll be a group of active principals that will make the final decision. Yeah.
That's kind of nice because they're already doing the work that you're doing, so they know what it takes.
Yeah, and so then we have the big principals conference right before Thanksgiving, the state principals conference, and that's when they'll make the announcement then. So, like I said, just to be a part of it is it's a great honor. So really appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, maybe right before Christmas, we might be having another little.
Absolutely.
Another little celebration for you. We'll have to bring it back.
Anytime you guys want to talk about Noblesville High School, just hit me up and we'll
we would really love that. Yeah,
perfect.
So do you think you're gonna go be a superintendent one day?
That's kind of a loaded question. So it's I do think a central office position is probably my future at some point. There's not really any immediate plans. I really like being at the building level, but I also like providing support for those people at the building level. And so I don't know if superintendent's there, but I think something at central office sometime in the future. But I'm really liking what I'm doing now. And sometime I worked really hard to come back to Noblesville. So I really don't have any desire to leave for any reason. And so right now I'm really loving being the principal, and we're just get through this year. We're closing out. We're doing finals now. We're closing it out. And so I'll be excited to roll into next year and hopefully try to have something a little more normal for the students.
For sure. Yeah. Just a couple more days left of the school year.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, we always know that it all trickles down from the top. And if you got a good person at the top, it shows all the way down. And I really see it, the character and the kids and the community and, how I don't know, but I feel like they just are more caring and sharing. And I don't know if it's just because we just went through the COVID and everything in this a little bit different, but I have to say that I think it's probably you too. Just being there.
I appreciate that. I view, my job is to support those who support our kids, and we have phenomenal teachers. The thing I really like about here is we're pretty innovative with programs and programming, and we provide a lot of opportunities for students, which I think helps people feel connected to the school. We're definitely multidimensional. We have the largest internship program in the state of Indiana. We have the College Board, which runs AP programs in the state, give an award every year, or they started about 8-9 years ago, an Equity to Excellence Award for the number of seniors you have that graduate. You have to have at least 25% to graduate with passing an AP test, and you have to allow AP for multiple students. Like some schools really make it to only the top students can take AP. We let anyone who wants to, and we've won that award every year that the state's offered it.
Wow,
That's awesome.
See, this is where we need to make sure we have you on here, because I don't think I wouldn't have known.
No.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people would, but it's really funny because I took AP classes and stuff like that, and I always thought like those were for the high achievers, the really high achievers, but it looks really good on your
it does.
Stuff when you could say you took some AP classes when you apply for college.
Yeah, it's super important. We've also been a Project Lead the Way, which is like a science, technology, engineering, and math program. We've been a distinguished school for them for years. Noblesville has been named one of the top communities in the country for music education. I was also luckily recognized as the Indiana Music Education Association Principal of the Year this year as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's been a big year because we made sure that our performing arts groups could still perform this year. Even though all their seasons got canceled, we still ran our own little band competition season, and we were able to do it safe. And I feel bad for schools that the students didn't get to do music. And we've done that. We have, we constantly win journalism. So I just got from our journalism teacher, Mr. Akers, gigantic long list of awards that our students won from Ball State's J-Day. Our jazz band is one of the top 15 jazz bands in North America. So we are really, really just rolling. The senior class this year received the most scholarship money of any senior class ever. And so it's just been a
same here. That is so awesome.
So they were at about $5.5 million in scholarships, and that's up like 78% from last year where we had 2.3.
Cool.
Everybody asks, well, how did that happen? Like, I don't know, but it's really cool. So our counselors have done a lot of work.
Because applying for those scholarships is a big push.
Well, and you know what? As someone who went, I did a lot of the teachers were really helpful. Like I remember like a few of my teachers, Miss Fisher and a couple of other, Miss Nicholson, would always be like, "Hey, let's go apply. Let's apply for stuff." And because you never know what you're gonna get, and it really made you feel like, and I always felt like my teachers really made me feel like comfortable. Like, hey, I'll help you step through that door and get your foot in there, So I really do think they
take it on a personal level.
Like, hey, we're gonna get you there. Like they treat you like, hey, you're like almost my kid.
Yeah. Well, I think also that the conversation for higher education is there.
Yes. And that everyone feels like they can get it.
Where I only graduated 11 years ago, but I don't feel like that conversation. It was like, okay, what are you gonna do after high school? But there wasn't that like conversation, the help to get there. How is us as the school and your teachers gonna help you get there? Where I feel like that's a huge difference.
Well, it must be, because how do you get that? It's funny unless you're having a conversation.
And then another great partner we have is Ivy Tech. It's really great to have them within the school. We have so many programs over there. We're starting a bunch more up next year. So our kids will be over there a lot taking courses, and we're trying to offer things that, I'm a big proponent. College isn't for everyone. That's not going to be the path every student needs to take, but we need to provide opportunities for them to be trained to do something after school. So between our internship program, like I said, biggest in the state, and then our Ivy Tech programming, and then we have that plus our career center at J. Everett Light, where we really have a lot of opportunities for students that they may not have normally had in school. So we feel blessed to be kind of trailblazers in that area as well.
Yeah, I'm thankful now. I'm knowing what my kids are going to have when they get to high school in 2 years. That makes me feel really good.
Yeah. They relate. A lot of kids take that, and I had a lot of friends take that in high school. It was like half day where they'd go and then they'd go do their other stuff, and a lot of people really loved it and opened doors to a lot of them to go into nursing and stuff like that, because they just enjoyed helping people so much. Yeah. So, like it makes you think, maybe you're not thinking, hey, I want to go to college after, but then you go into something that, explore that a little bit, which you're allowed to at Noblesville, which is fun. Yes. People just don't know, right? They don't know what they're really into. And there's a huge pressure to know before you get to college. Right. And, Favor Light lets you get your feet in the water, get a little wet, and then see, hey, I really love helping people. I really like doing this. Sure. And then being able to pursue something if that's what they want to do, which I thought was really cool.
Well, absolutely. And one of the biggest positives of internship programs, J. Everett Light programs, Ivy Tech programs, is it's just as valuable to find out you don't like something as it is to find out you do. Because, through our CNA program, we offer CNA classes in the school now. And so our students go work in hospitals, part of that program, in nursing homes, and they find out real quick they're not interested in that. We just saved them $100,000 from going to college and majoring in something they're not going to like.
And very much.
So that's a real positive for it as well, but also to try to educate students that for example, if you can weld, if you're a welder, there's immediate work for you and immediate high paying work.
Yes.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have one last question for you.
Please.
And you kind of hinted that, you and your wife worked to get back to Noblesville.
Yeah.
So what is it about Noblesville, and why did you decide, you and your wife decide, this is where I'm going to raise my family and this is where we're going to make our
Save the hard one for last. It's probably hard to quantify. I fell in love with Noblesville when I student taught here. The culture of the school is very unique. There's not a lot of schools that have like homecoming parades like we do, where you shut the whole town down. I mean, that's unusual. We have the giant mini Olympics, which is awesome. This coming up year is a faculty night live year, which is our faculty talent show for, the school climate committee of teachers does that to fundraise for scholarships. And so that's a lot of fun. And, but it's all the things that, that are outside the strong academics. It's a great place to raise kids. There's tons of stuff to do in the area. I just really, I don't know if I can put the exact thing on it. I just knew when I taught here, after working with the teachers that were here when I was here as a student teacher, like this is where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And then when I left, it was really hard to leave. Because again, Tony Cook said, go get an experience first and then come back. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and you come back. And it was the best advice I got, because it really helped me hone my skill set quite a bit. And but like I said, we just we're really fortunate to be able to land here, and I feel real fortunate for the job. But it's just, if you're in Noblesville long enough, I mean, it's kind of those things, you just kind of get it. And I don't know if you can explain it all, but if you're around long enough, you get it.
You said it perfectly. That's why we're doing this, because What's Up Noblesville, like, you're here, you just get it, but let's get a little bit deeper. So man,
absolutely,
thankful to have you here, and you answered perfectly. So good luck with the rest of your awards and getting that set up. I look forward to kind of seeing in November what happened. No pressure, but
to maybe ask you to come back, and maybe closer back when it's time to go back to school, and what you're thinking that this year is going to be was
Yeah.
really a weird year, and see what you guys are doing for next year for the kids.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm more than happy to rejoin, and because going into next year is going to be kind of a shock value for a lot of students, and why that's important is next year our seniors will be the only class in our building that's had one full entire year here in the building.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Oh, dang.
their freshman year was a full year. And everyone else had partial years because of our shutdown, or they're new to the building. So it's going to be a unique year for us because we're going to have a lot of students that our seniors have kind of forgot what regular school's like. And walking into a building, we'll be at 3,200 students next year. It's going to be a lot, but we're going to provide lots of supports for parents. But I'd love to get the word out to parents about things that they can do to help their students. So yeah, let me know.
Let's do that. Yeah, definitely. And you know what? As someone who's been behind the scenes, I don't have kids, but as someone who's seen how my brother, because I know he does suffer from some like learning disabilities and stuff. I mean, I did too. I mean, it comes down the line for all of us.
Yeah.
But I did see, and I love that I've seen, like we work in the same office, and like being able to hear the team surround him and be like, hey, you need the extra support. What can we do to give you that extra support? And I think you guys done a fantastic job with COVID and everything going on. As someone who's an outsider who doesn't have any chicklins in the system, I can see that you guys are working really hard to make sure everyone is getting the support they need. And if you do need support, you just need to reach out because it's
exactly.
Absolutely. So so I'm more than happy to just hit me up and we'll get something scheduled.
Thank you for the interview. And we applaud you so much, and we're very grateful. Very grateful. And I'm
thank you so much.
My son gets to go to school with him being the principal.
And this was really interesting because I don't think a lot of people the reason we started What's Up Noblesville was to tell people what's going on, and to hear that all this stuff is happening at Noblesville, that we have all these accolades, like we're winning all these awards, is really cool to hear. And it makes me even more proud to go to Noblesville and be in Noblesville. And I just think that's really awesome.
And awesome.
All right, so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Because that's a huge deal.
All right, guys, you saw it. We just had Dr. McCaffrey, Mr. McCaffrey, the principal of Noblesville High School. I mean, what an awesome interview.
Oh, he's great.
Oh, we still have chills about how just so much stuff we just learned there.
And we just want to say thank you again very much.
Yes, let's
from the bottom of our hearts.
Huge thank you for him and his staff.
Yeah.
Noblesville's really pulled through, and did a really good job, especially during this difficult time.
Yeah.
And during this difficult time, we're still winning awards.
Yeah.
So high five, Noblesville.
And this senior class.
Yeah. Because if
all those scholarships, that's a
$5 million of scholarships.
Oh,
wow.
That's just awesome.
Good. That's amazing. And that should say a lot. Scholarship should say a lot. It means that they're accomplishing a lot, that they're doing a lot. These kids are active.
What tells me is those teachers are over there going, you can do it.
Yep.
And
so
poor
kudos.
Patrick, my son, I mean, he's going to have so much pressure next year. I'm going to be on him.
Yeah. That's huge. Because that's a huge help.
Yeah, even if they don't go to school, I mean, it's still, there's so much out there for our kids.
Yeah,
and
they're providing the training for it.
Yeah, and not all scholarships are just to school colleges. Like you can get some to go to trade schools.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we would just want to thank you so very much, and from the bottom of our hearts, for being our very first interview. And we look forward to talking to you again right before school starts. Maybe before they have the
ice cream
big
social. I can't wait.
Yeah, I always forget that all the little fun things that we used to do in high school, like when the teachers would go and
see
do
if
their
we can do something for that, like backpacks. I know they need backpacks donated and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, cool.
Okay, so
all right, thanks for episode 4.
Episode 4, we're in it.
Yes.
And this was such a good episode, and I hope you all really appreciate it, because I know we talked it down, because I think a lot of us were a little nervous.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of talked it down how important and how cool that interview was.
But then it was perfect.
Yeah, it ended up being so much fun. Little spirit fingers.
All right, ready, guys?
But
that's a take. Boom.